My precious child, take a moment and sit down. I have something important to tell you. What I'm about to share may surprise you, but it's not just a nice thought, it's a divine truth. I saw you when you entered that place, wearing what made you feel most like yourself. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You didn't expect to be seen. You were just being you. But while you were simply living your life, something remarkable was happening behind the scenes. In a room you've never entered, where important and powerful people were gathered for serious matters, your name was mentioned. And it wasn't just mentioned, it carried weight. They stopped the conversation to talk about you. One person said, "This one, the way they dress, there's light in it." Another added, "This isn't just about style, it's a message." And they all agreed. You had no idea what you started. But I was there. I heard it. Someone in that room said, "Their clothing makes them look like someone from a divine story." And no, they weren't mocking you. They were in awe. They couldn't understand how something so simple could feel so powerful. Some people in the room even went silent. They could feel something spiritual. One person whispered, "They look like they've been touched by something holy." And they were right. Every color you wear, every piece of fabric that touches your body, is blessed. You're not just dressing to get by. You are expressing something sacred. Even when you think no one notices, I'm moving behind the scenes. I'm arranging conversations. People are noticing your light, your spirit, and yes, your style. You've often believed your presence was small, that maybe people didn't see you. Maybe you thought your appearance didn't fit in. But I've made you magnetic to the right people. You don't need to chase the spotlight, I am your spotlight. I placed favor on how you carry yourself. I planned your look before you ever picked up a mirror. Each time you get dressed, you're not just choosing clothes. You're stepping into your purpose. That's why some people feel peace when they see you. Others may feel confused, even a bit intimidated, because you carry something they don't understand. And that's exactly why your name came up in that meeting, not out of gossip or judgment but out of wonder and admiration. Let me tell you more about what happened. There was a woman in the room, a government advisor. A few days before the meeting, she saw someone walking by. She didn't know who it was, but she remembered everything: the way they walked, the way they dressed, the peacefulness they seemed to carry. And when your name came up, she gasped and said, "That's the person I saw." They looked like peace itself. The room went quiet. They opened your social media. Yes, child, your page. They searched. They stared. And someone said, "This person is going to be part of something big. We don't know what it is yet, but they're meant for more." But I know. I've always known. I sent your presence ahead of you as a seed of favor. You know that picture you almost deleted, the one you thought didn't look good enough, that's the one they saw. That's the one that made them pause. Because even in the moments you think you're not at your best, you still shine. Your smile, your posture, your peace, it all speaks. That's not just your personality. That's me, living in you. They weren't just talking about clothes. They were trying to describe your presence and energy they couldn't explain but couldn't ignore. You didn't need to be in the room for your name to carry power. I made sure they felt it anyway. This moment isn't random. It's part of a bigger plan. I've been speaking your name in places your feet haven't yet walked. I've been setting up rooms, shifting hearts, and turning conversations toward you. The way you dress, the way you show up, it's not a small thing. It's prophetic. Each item you wear sends out a message. People may not understand it, but they feel it. One person in the room said, "This person carries something we need to understand." And while they spoke, heaven listened. Angels paid attention. And I smiled. Because without trying, without knowing, you are living out prophecy. I'm not telling you this to make you feel proud. I'm telling you because you need to be more aware of the season you're stepping into. You're about to be seen in new ways, by people with influence. Not because you asked for it. Not because you tried to make it happen. But because I said it's time. It's time for others to see what I've hidden in you: quiet strength, simple beauty, unshakable grace. These things are me in you. You are my masterpiece walking through this world. And people are starting to notice. They don't know why they're drawn to you. But I do. And deep down, you do too. You've always felt different. Now that difference is your divine advantage. And this meeting, it was just the beginning. One leader said, "We should bring this person in. Maybe they can help with the youth mentorship project or a media campaign." And others agreed. You don't even know what kind of emails are being sent because of you. I'm working on something that's going to align with your heart so well that when it arrives, you'll cry and say, "God, how did this happen?" And I'll remind you it started with your yes. Your yes to being authentic. Your yes to standing apart. Your yes to walking in truth, even in how you dress. You are not forgotten. You are being noticed by the right people at the right time. And some of the people who overlooked you in the past, they're about to witness what I'm doing in your life. They called you boring. They said you were weird. Too quiet. Too plain. They said you didn't follow trends. But they didn't see what I saw. They only looked at your outside. I anointed your inside. Now, as your name echoes in spaces of influence, the same people who ignored you will be watching. Watching your rise, watching the respect you command without even speaking loudly. Watching the doors that open without you knocking. They'll be amazed. Because I'm lifting what the world once ignored. I'm blessing what they once made fun of. I remember the days you stood in front of the mirror and wondered, do I even stand out? You almost changed yourself to fit in. But something inside you said, no, this is who I am. That voice, that was me. I was protecting the identity I gave you. I knew that one day, people would finally see what I've always seen in you. And now they are. Those people in that meeting weren't looking for someone trendy or famous. They were looking for something real. and you reminded them of something sacred, something human. One of them even said, "I can't explain it, but they look like they've been through something and came out peaceful instead of bitter." That moment made the whole room stop. Your presence spoke of quiet strength, of survival and healing. You've walked through pain silently. You've cried privately and healed slowly. But what has come out of that pain is rare and beautiful. Even people with power can feel it. Child, you look like healing. You look like an answered prayer. When you walk into a room, I shift the atmosphere not because of your clothes or scent, but because of your purpose. You think you're just choosing what feels right to wear, but it's more than that. Your wardrobe is spiritual. You carry my presence wherever you go, even if no one sees it right away. But this time, they did. And they remembered. Some of them went home and couldn't stop thinking about you. Your image stayed in their minds. Some tried to forget, but they couldn't. You've been marked by heaven. And once someone sees something touched by me, they can't unsee it. Your modesty confused them. Your calmness surprised them. Your softness unsettled them. But it all made them curious. Curious enough to ask questions. Curious enough to mention you in important conversations. And that curiosity that's me drawing them in through you. You may feel nervous, unsure of what this means. But let me reassure you, nothing that's coming will harm you. I want to place you in any space where my presence want to protect you. I'm not lifting you to let you fall. I'm opening these doors because you've been faithful in private. You've honored me in silence. And now I'm honoring you publicly. Don't chase the attention. Just walk with me. Let me lead you. You don't need to promote yourself or force anything. Just be present. When I say go, the right people will find you. The right opportunities will recognize you. Some people in that meeting have heavy hearts. They lead others, but feel spiritually empty. And when they saw you, something in them said, "This is the kind of soul I want near me." That's why you're being called not for entertainment, but for presence. Your presence heals. Your voice brings peace. Your face carries wisdom. Even when you're quiet, you speak. That's why in a room full of voices, your silence stood out. Not because you were loud, but because your peace had a sound. You laughed when I first whispered this to you. Me in a government meeting, no way. But I smiled and said, yes, way. Because I love using the ones others ignore. The ones who don't chase fame. The ones who don't sell their soul for attention. Your spirit is rare. And that's why they noticed you. Soon, you'll hear your name again. And not from where you expect. Someone in that room was deeply moved. They haven't said much yet, but they're preparing something. I'm softening their heart to reach out. It won't be loud. It won't be rushed. But it will be perfect. And when it happens, you'll remember this conversation. And you'll know I told you this ahead of time. Because I wanted you to walk into your next season knowing, you are seen, chosen, and ready. Here's your simplified and smoothly rearranged version of the message in clear, heartfelt language, without headings or breaks, written as if spoken directly to the reader. My dear child, you may not realize it yet, but you carry something powerful inside you. You don't change the atmosphere with loud words or showy appearances. You shift the room simply by being there because of your purpose, not your perfume. When you get dressed, it might feel like you're just following a mood or choosing what feels right that day, but what you wear is more than just clothing, it's spiritual. You bring me into every place you go, even if no one notices. But this time, they did notice. Not only did they notice you, they remembered you. Your image stayed with them. Some of them tried to move on, tried to forget, but they couldn't. Because when someone has been marked by heaven, they leave a lasting impression. When I touch something, it cannot be unseen. Your quiet way of being caught them off guard. Your modesty left them wondering. Your simple, neutral colors puzzled them. Your calm spirit made them feel something they couldn't explain. But all of it, every part of who you are, sparked their curiosity. And that curiosity, that was me working through you, drawing them towards something greater. Now I know this may make you feel a little nervous. You might be wondering what all of this means, or what will happen next. Let me comfort you, nothing ahead will harm you. I will never place you where my presence cannot keep you. I'm not lifting you up just to watch you fall. I'm opening this door because when no one else was watching, you were faithful. When no one applauded, you still honored me. And now, because of that, the reward is coming, not in secret, but in public. But don't chase the spotlight, child. You don't need to. Just keep walking with me. Let me lead the way. You won't have to beg for opportunities, or manipulate your way into rooms. You won't have to force connections or try to be someone else. All you'll need to do is show up when I say it's time. The right invitations will find you. The right people will recognize you. The right platforms will come looking, not because you chased them, but because I've chosen to shine through you. Some of the people in that room who saw your image, they're carrying heavy burdens. They're leading others, but inside, they feel lost. They put on a strong front, but their hearts are weary. And when they saw you, when they saw your face, your posture, your presence, something inside them said, I want to sit with someone like that, even for just 5 minutes. They didn't want entertainment. They wanted something real. Something steady. That's why you're being called. Not because you're flashy, but because you're healing. Your presence brings peace. Your voice carries calm. Your face shows quiet wisdom. Even when you're silent, you speak deeply. And in that crowded room filled with noise, your silence made more impact than any speech. I remember how you laughed when you first felt me whisper this to your heart. Me in an important meeting? No way, you thought. But I smiled and said, yes, way. Because I love choosing the ones others overlook. I love lifting up those who don't run after fame or sell themselves for approval. Your spirit is rare, and that's why they noticed you. That's why they stopped and remembered you. And that's why you're going to hear your name again very soon. But it won't come from where you expect. It will come from someone in that very room who was moved more deeply than they could explain. They haven't spoken up yet, but they're thinking about you. They're planning something that includes you. And I'm softening their heart, preparing the right moment for them to reach out. It won't be forced. It won't happen too fast. But it will happen at just the right time. And when it does, when the door opens and the opportunity comes, you'll remember this moment. You'll say, God, you told me this would happen. And I'll say, yes, I did. Because I trust you. I trust you to carry the influence I'm giving you with grace and not pride. I trust you to remain pure while I promote you. And I trust that even when the spotlight comes, you'll remember where your glow comes from. It's me. It's always been me. You are stepping fully into the power I've placed within you. Divine messages, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's $10, $20, $50 or more, your generosity helps us share these angelic messages with the world. Together, we can build a community of faith, hope, and love.